So I got a little worked up today. Somebody in my Discord decided to drop a S to F tier ranking of pizza. And I had to do a double take on this one. I want to be very clear. What you're seeing on the screen right now is not my opinion. This is not my opinion. I'm going to leave this person's name off of this. First off, there's just so many things on here missing. But we're going to talk about a few things. I understand you go, these are toppings, Rec. These are toppings, so it's extra on top of other things. These things should already be on the pizza. We're going to be very clear about that. These things are not optional. They're optional if we're talking about very specific kinds of pizza. For example, basil. Basil should be in every pizza. Now, I cook a lot of my own food. I have a little bit of Sicilian heritage and pride from it. I understand what goes in pizza. Basil. In every pizza. I don't think I've ever made a pizza outside of like a dessert pizza or a very wacky specialty pizza that wouldn't have basil. So right away, basil. We're Xing this off. This shouldn't even be on the list. Number 2, garlic. Garlic is not a topping. Garlic is an ingredient, right? So right away, now we're already knocking things off. Now, there are some controversies here. I understand why this person put pepperoni at the bottom. To be fair, they made the right argument against pepperoni. I want to pull up this person's exact statement because I don't want to get it incorrect. It just makes a pool of grease and sometimes create grounds for uneven bite sizes as it will pull all the cheese off the slice. I agree with him. So there's different kinds of pepperoni. The kind of pepperoni he's talking about is actually the one you can see on the screen here, right? It's going to kind of curl up a little bit. It's going to create a cup. It's going to create a massive pool of grease. If you get a nice thick cut of pepperoni, and I'm talking pretty thick, right? Maybe quarter inch, maybe even half inch, right? If you're really, you got some real meat lovers in whoever you're making a pizza for. You know what we're going to do? We're going to give a stormy cloud to the pepperoni. There are some other discrepancy in here. The only two that really upset me were basil and garlic. To a smaller point, onion. Onion should be on every pizza. It's going to enhance the flavor. But you do got to be careful with it. You kind of overdo it for some people. We're going to talk about the top 4 choices here, as well as the last bottom choice. Pineapple. Pineapple is a good pizza topping. However, you do have to be in the right mood. So this one we'll give a check mark. Right, we're going to give a check mark to this. You're going to get, I don't like blue though. I'm going to go with green because it's a green check mark. I understand pineapple. Some people hate it. It makes sense from a culinary perspective. Got the acid, it's got sweet. It technically hits all the right notes you're looking for on a pizza. I understand why some people are going to argue with me on this, that anchovies deserve to be on every pizza. Anchovies do not deserve to be on every pizza. Anchovies are an extremely aggressive flavor. If you're going to have an aggressive flavor on your pizza, you need to have some other things on point. That means having a very aggressive crust. By aggressive, I just mean it's got to be full of full flavor and it's got to be able to contest with it. I don't think most pizza places are up to putting anchovies on their pizza. That's where I'm at with it. So I'm going to put a big X here because this is not an S tier ingredient, right? And it's getting just double red solid. Mushrooms are so dependent upon what kind of mushrooms you're getting. I love mushrooms. So you're going to get a heart from me on here. This is one of the few things, and I'm going to make the heart. You know what? we're going to make it blue, very light blue. Also, by the way, no complaints with extra cheese. Extra cheese, you don't want it every time, but there's going to be very few people who disagree with the concept of extra cheese on most pizza. You can get a little carried away with it, and that's why I'm glad you put it as an A tier here. Jalapenos, though. What? I'm sorry. What? Jalapenos. I don't even understand where to go here. I love jalapenos, but jalapenos... on pizza, you gotta have the right kind of again, this is right kind of pizza. So you're not just gonna put jalapenos by themselves, right? Like you would never make an anchovy, mushroom, cheese, and jalapeno pizza. That would be disgusting. And these all being S and A tier to me, this is very confusing. The whole point of a pizza is not a single ingredient. The whole point of a pizza is it's supposed to tell a story or a painting, right? And that's pizza to me. Pizza is art and it's expressing yourself onto pie. You can't just single ingredients pizza like this. And if you do, I think I'm just going to make a video honestly crapping on it a little bit. Not in a bad way. I love you. I understand, you need to make your own list sometimes. You need to rank order stuff in your life. That being said, jalapenos, they're only for a really crazy night out. Right? This is crazy. This is crazy talk, so you're going to get a moon. What you're getting a half moon on the jalapeno. I have no feelings on the rest of these because it excessively depends on the pizza, whether the ingredient is good or not. These ingredients, though, are not anchovies. No, not most pizzas. This is what you're saying by S and A tier is it belongs on most pizzas. You can find a place for mushrooms and extra cheese on most pizzas. You cannot find a place for anchovies on most pizza. You cannot find a place for jalapenos on most pizza. And F tier, you're saying there's no place for the Severon pizza. That's what you're telling me here. And so I have to disagree with this. Pizza toppings are just this is not a good use of tier maker. But I'm very appreciative. If you want to have arguments with me on Discord or arguments with other people that are willing to post things like this on my Discord, feel free to check us out. There's a link in the description below. Thanks.